Yesterday on First Take, you called for Kathy Engelbert's resignation from her role as WNBA Commissioner. When you hear Caitlin Clark there, how does that strike you?
Doesn't strike me at all. Same reaction. Kathy Engelbert should resign as the commissioner of the WNBA. And the reason...
Ladies and gentlemen, stop everything you're doing and pay close attention, because we may be witnessing one of the most self-destructive business decisions in professional sports history. Many believed the WNBA had already hit its lowest point with the Olympic snub and the Rookie of the Year controversy, but this time it feels different. Reports from multiple insiders claim that the league office, led by Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, has issued a formal warning to Caitlin Clark over her historic broadcasting deal with NBCUniversal. According to these claims, the league argues that her partnership presents a conflict of interest, not a violation of law, not misconduct, not a failed drug test, a television job promoting basketball on a national stage. The very player credited by many with elevating the league's visibility and financial trajectory is now reportedly facing legal pressure for expanding her platform. Critics argue this move sends a damaging message, one that appears less about protecting the league and more about controlling one of its biggest stars. Even outspoken media figures like Stephen A. Smith have weighed in strongly on the controversy. Whether this proves to be a misunderstanding or a strategic misstep, one thing is certain. The situation has ignited a fierce debate about power, loyalty, and the future direction of the WNBA.
Derogatory and unappreciative of the athletes that represent her league. And then the person I call the golden goose of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, you understand, who is box office for the WNBA. Just look at the numbers, look at the ratings, look at everything. For her to come out and...
When news of the controversy broke, even outspoken ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith reacted with visible outrage, delivering one of his signature on-air rebukes. He criticized the WNBA and its leadership, arguing that Commissioner Kathy Engelbert was mishandling the situation involving Caitlin Clark. Smith framed the reported warning over Clark's broadcasting partnership with NBCUniversal as short-sighted, calling it damaging to the league's own growth. He argued that increased national exposure for a star player, whether through Olympic coverage, NFL broadcasts, or other major events, ultimately benefits women's basketball as a whole. Drawing comparisons to crossover moments in sports and entertainment, he suggested that visibility across platforms has historically elevated leagues rather than harmed them. Beyond the emotional reactions, critics have also focused on the financial contrast at the center of the debate. Clark's reported WNBA base salary as a rookie is modest compared to the massive media and endorsement opportunities now available to her, a reflection of the league's collective bargaining structure and salary cap system. Supporters argue that if the league wants exclusive control over its biggest stars, it must eventually match the market value those stars command elsewhere. Others caution that internal league politics, generational tension, and rapid financial change may be contributing to friction behind the scenes. Whatever the motivation, the controversy has ignited broader questions about leadership, player autonomy, revenue growth, and how a rapidly evolving league balances structure with opportunity in a new era of visibility.
What I said was that weak-ass response that Kathy Engelbert, I'm gonna say it again because people thought I stuttered just there. I don't know how, because I don't stutter. Weak-ass comment, I'm gonna say it one more time. Weak-ass comeback. That's what she did.
Critics of the reported warning argue that the backlash is being framed as an issue of fairness, with some suggesting that a rookie should not be allowed opportunities others did not have. The narrative, amplified by voices like Stephen A. Smith, is that jealousy and internal politics may be influencing leadership decisions within the WNBA. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has been portrayed by critics as responding to pressure rather than setting a forward-looking strategy, particularly regarding Caitlin Clark and her reported broadcasting partnership with NBCUniversal, which is owned by Comcast. Supporters of Clark argue that increased media visibility only strengthens women's basketball overall, and that punishing star power to maintain internal balance would be counterproductive. From a legal and business standpoint, observers note that large media corporations possess significant contractual and legal resources, making any potential dispute complex and high stakes. Questions have also been raised about how outside employment clauses typically function in professional sports contracts and whether broadcasting truly constitutes a competitive conflict of interest. Meanwhile, major sponsors associated with Clark add another layer of financial reality, reinforcing how intertwined media exposure, endorsement revenue, and league growth have become. Ultimately, the controversy highlights deeper tensions about player autonomy, evolving economics, locker room dynamics, and leadership direction during a transformative period for the league. Whether the situation escalates or resolves quietly, it underscores a broader truth. In modern sports, star power, media partnerships, and league governance must align carefully, or risk public fallout.